Hello everybody, it's the end of day 2. See, I got 2 questions here. The first one is, what are you expecting to get out of this program? I'd say 2 main things I was looking to get out of this program is applicable knowledge to the workplace, after the speed training is over. And second of all, I'd like to, real world experience during training, so that when after training, you're on the job, you're not, thrown into the water with the sharks. You kind of already know what's going on. Second of all, why are you a rock star? Plain and simple, it has been said, and will be said for many, many moons after my death, that I am the coolest person around. So that's the reason I'm a rock star.
Okay, my first question is, if you could be any animal or superhero, which would you choose and why? I would say I would be, instead of Superman, I would be Superwoman, hence I'm a woman, and because I like his core values that the show pertains Superman as, and that he fights off crime and all the bad guys, and because he can fly, and I think that's really cool. And my second question is, tell us one of your most embarrassing moments. Well, one of my most embarrassing moments was I was a sophomore in college, and I was dating a guy, and I was in my friend's car on the way back from Tallahassee, Florida to Boca Raton, Florida for spring break, and we're sitting in the car, and I was on my BlackBerry, and me and my friend were just talking, and somehow the guy I was dating's ex-girlfriend came up in conversation. She's like, "Oh, who is she? Let me see you." I'm like, "Oh, I'm friends with her on Facebook." So I go on my BlackBerry, and hence I've only had my BlackBerry probably 2-3 months now, not very long. I go on Facebook and I type in her name to search for her, to look at her profile picture. Well, instead of searching for her, I put her as my status. So it said my name and is the girl's name. And it was very embarrassing, and I was in a car, and on the BlackBerry you can't clear your status. So I was on the phone for a good 10 minutes calling everyone I could to see if somebody was near their computer to clear it, and clear it off my page, and see if they could clear it off like mini feed history. So that was one of my most embarrassing.
My name's Chris Cruz, and my question is, what were you doing when you got the call of acceptance about speed? What was I doing? It was about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I was probably waking up in my apartment, and yeah, that's actually it. I vaguely remember getting the call, seeing the number from the San Diego office, saying, "Oh, wait a minute, this is the Skillstorm people." But I was like half dazed and whatnot. But I tried to fake my most awake voice that I could. And so, yeah, I was waking up when I got my acceptance about speed. And my second question is, which is better, the iPhone or the BlackBerry? I think the iPhone's better, simply because I'm more of an Apple fan than I like BlackBerry. The iPhone, especially the new iPhone 4, with all the new features it has, the overall better quality, or at least better design of the phone compared to different, or at least prior models. And so yeah, I think the iPhone's a better phone.
Hi, Katie. It's day 2 of Skillstorm, and I am supposed to answer, if I was trapped on an island and could select one person from the speed training class to be there with me, who would I choose and why? So I've decided it's a toss-up between Nikki, because she's the only other girl here, and she's my roommate, and she's really cool, and we would have fun. Or I would take Chris with a K, because he's the other Texan, and we get along really well too, and he would be very handy. And now I have a Sharpie and a blank piece of paper, and I'm supposed to draw a picture related to speed, or something that represents how I feel about speed. Okay, it's the ocean, we're in California, there's a Skillstorm building, and we're all happy and lovely. And that's my picture.
I'm Chris Ellis. This is the end of day 2 here in the speed training program. answer my two questions. The first one is tell us what it was about speed that made you want to. It was the ability for advancement and growth, and how it depended upon your own success and your own motivation and drive. Being a young company, I think there's a lot of potential for growth within the company as well as the company as a whole, and being able to contribute to something on that level. We were interrupted by the other Texan, Mrs. Huddleston. My second question is how does the speed program bring out the best in you? I've always been a fairly competitive guy. You know, did sports throughout life and high school and things, and the ability to come here and meet some people from around the nation and to compete with the best. You know, we are the top 10% of the applicants, and that's definitely a challenge from the company to myself, and I take that very personal. And my drive and motivation to want to be the best. Definitely say that's key, and the fact that knowing that that there's a big future awaiting should I make it through speed.
Hello, it's Dave on day 2. Do you have a preference for office and why? My preference would be Fort Lauderdale. I have a college roommate from Buffalo that lives there, and it would be the only city I know someone in, so it would be a better transition for me to go there. My second question, what cartoon character should be the mascot for Speed and why? And I would have to say Dora the Explorer, because it's kind of a journey that we're going on, and I'm not really familiar with Dora the Explorer, but I'd imagine she'd probably explore stuff, and I think it works.
Question is, tell me about your first impression of Erin and Brian. Well, for Erin, I met her at the SCSU career fair, and then again when I was turning in paperwork. And she seemed really cool. I was excited for the speed program, and she's really nice, to put it simply. And Brian, he's pretty funny. He's chill, but you can tell both of them know that hard work and various things like that are very important to making it through the speed program. My next question is, what is your biggest fear? I'd say my biggest fear is a horrific accident, because it's something you can't control, and I like being in control of everything that happens around me, so I don't want something horrible to happen to me or anyone that I know, any family and friends. That's just, accidents suck, so I don't want any accidents to happen to me or people I love.
Let's see here. My questions are, how are you going to get the most out of speed? Let's see here. I'm going to get the most out of speed by studying hard, enjoying my time, having fun, and trying to make as many friends as I can, and learn from everyone, because I'm not going to be the best at everything, and the person who is better than me in a certain area is to learn from them and learn from the best. Second question is, if this was a tribal council, who would you vote off? I have to be careful answering this question, because if I say any names, I'll make enemies. So I'm going to say the weakest link. We just learned that we want to keep 90% A players. There's 10 people, so I'd vote off that one person who is not in the 90%. So,
why are you the best speedster in class? I'd have to say I'm the best speedster in class because I've always grown up and playing sports, and I just have a competitive nature and I have that tenacity to win. And my favorite character from The Office, and who would you be? I'd have to say my favorite character from The Office is definitely Pam, because she's beautiful, and I'm definitely a Jim. You know, Jim's a good solid employee, good top seller, and just seems like a pretty cool guy. You know, joke around a little bit. So I'd have to say I'm a Jim, plus he gets Pam, so I have to go with that.
This is Joshua Lynn. My first question was, let's see, celebrity crush, who is it? My last video, I mentioned Taylor Swift, and at the danger of being extremely repetitive, that would have to be it.